So welcome to this recording explaining the new course by Teacher Wei for 2026, Becoming a Conscious Creator. Very exciting course. My name is Sofia Mund. My business is Listing Mind Coaching Wholeness. So I am the Australian organizer for the World Consciousness Community, which Teacher Wei has established for awakening consciousness globally. So his course, I'll try and keep this as brief as possible. Time is obviously always a challenge for many people. So it's running from February to November. You will have this information in the email if you have received this from someone. Becoming a Conscious Creator, it's developing on from the course he ran last year where we looked at the science of the awakening of the consciousness, examining Professor Pang's rich text, looking at the basis and foundation of awakening the consciousness. But this course you don't have to have done last year's course. You don't have to have done any past Mingzhe training. Mingzhe was the term that was used for the awakened consciousness, or what is now being used as pure consciousness, the term pure consciousness. You can come into this course completely as a beginner. So it's designed for all levels. It will be running online. The program has a wonderful range of opportunities as far as parts that you might like to access. So I'll go briefly through the flyer, and then we'll look at pricing at the end. So obviously you can read this in detail, but predominantly the process is becoming your own conscious creator. This is understanding that by awakening the consciousness, we can actually choose then how the messages that we are sending to create in our lives for our health and for happiness, harmony. So we look at applying foundational methods, activating the life force, gaining insights into the stages of enlightenment, and then we obviously are working in a group collective field. So our teacher Wei Qifeng, has been working with trained with Professor Pang, and has been building the World Consciousness Community since 2018. The World Consciousness Community is a global community of dedicated practitioners. You will get linked to this community when you join. There's an online WeChat group, as well as all the classes, the practice sessions. You are able to access any practice sessions globally from any teachers in any language. And you can attend any of those classes, and you're linked to the community where we work together to create a collective chi field for enhancing the work. The Mingzhe theory, which is Teacher Wei's main focus, which is our pure consciousness, awakening the consciousness theories, are founded on the lineage of Chen Qigong with Professor Pang. Teacher Wei is really the only master who's actually focusing purely on this area, and that's where his teachings are very unique. He will teach Mingzhe, which is the awakened consciousness state, how to start that process of awakening your consciousness to become aware of your patterns, how you're working, then bringing qi into the body with sound, meditation, and movements. And they're very simple, very accessible movements. It's not a full Chen Qigong program. They are adapted practices just to get the core of the qi program into the body. Very accessible, very doable, and can be adapted for many ranges of abilities, along with the meditation and mind practices. So the focus is for self-healing and upgrading your own program, your cellular intelligence, to create the life that you would like to have and to heal. Then the second part is really looking at how do we utilize our consciousness to become the designer of our life, to go beyond our conditioned habits, upgrading what they call the reference framework, which is like the distorted program that runs because of our attachment to the material world, how to detach, how to awaken and see through and go beyond, to relieve those distortions that cause us disharmony, unhappiness, and then to be able to come to that place of peace and happiness. and then working within the community to be assisting others in that process as well. So the online program offering, there are 56 hours of live teaching. These are on Zoom. They are offered twice a day to accommodate, the various timeframes globally. TeachAway has a very large global following. So they are 8 to 10 a.m. and 8 to 10 p.m. Beijing time. So in Australia, if you are in the eastern side of Australia, we have daylight saving currently, so the 8 a.m. Beijing time is 11 a.m. And when daylight saving finishes, it becomes 10 a.m. So most people will attend the morning session, and it would run from either 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to attend the night session, which would go in daylight saving from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. or from 10 p.m. to midnight when there's no daylight saving. Each of these sessions is the same each day, but as TeachAway teaches from the consciousness, then there can be slight differences. But all the sessions are recorded, and you can access the recordings very quickly soon after the session has been conducted. So you will have access to see both sessions if you decide to watch both of them. But you don't have to. Watching one of them will give you all the information you need. So these will happen every day in the dates listed. So it will start in February. So on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th of February, there will be a 2-hour session twice a day. Same again for March, then June, August, September, and November. Notice for November it's just 3 days. That's because the big one falls in the remainder of that. So there is 56 hours of live teaching sessions. Then TeachAway has also introduced this year, which is very exciting, a weekly Saturday practice. And this will go once again from either 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. Beijing time. So every Saturday you can attend both sessions or just one of them. If for some reason he's not available on that Saturday, there will be a recording that all the organisers will host. So I will play that recording for people to attend regardless. And otherwise, you can just attend the live session with TeachAway, actually teaching that extra teaching session. That won't be on offer when the actual class is on at that time, obviously. So that's for the remaining 3 weeks when there are no classes, or in the months that there are no classes. So you will talk about how you can purchase these separately if you wish. There's approximately 38 Saturdays and 2 times per day. So there's 76 hours of practices you can have with TeachAway. Then the local organisers, which I am one, will lead regular practices. So I will have a weekly practice, and we will be looking at recordings from selected material. We have discussion around the content, and also I run practices as well. So those are the sessions that you can attend with me and with any of the organisers. It doesn't matter if you've chosen me as your organiser for Australia, you can still access any of the global community organisers and attend their practices. So there's quite a few people who attend other practices, and you can build up your own weekly program based on that as well. This year, very excitingly, TeachAway has also introduced Biguan, which is a 3-day deep Mingzhi immersion and silence. So this is a beautiful practice you are invited to participate in by turning off your devices, fasting if you wish. TeachAway will do a lot of introduction as to how to prepare for this. And these will run just twice in the year for 3 days, July the 3rd to the 5th, which is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and November 6th to 8th, which is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's approximately 60 hours. TeachAway will be online via Zoom. You can log in, but predominantly it'll be in silence. We'll just be all together. So the aim is to be device free, but obviously you need to still attach to Zoom if you wish. But we will join in collective silence and really working to strengthen the Mingzhi state, to give it that opportunity to actually solidify and manifest. It's a very exciting opportunity. 2 of those for the year, very exciting. Then he does recommend that you do a minimum of 30 minutes of self-practice, so that you can do that with your organizer group or with or without the class recordings. And so there's a beautiful program on offer. So you can gain for this a completion certificate if you attend the entire program. So you have to attend the full program to receive this certificate. There is no extra cost with that. There will be no teacher certificate in 2026. So they're currently adjusting their teacher program. So if you are wanting to become a Mingzhi teacher, then it is recommended that you complete this full course, and then next year there will be opportunities for that training. So the pricing options, if you wish to become, there are 4 areas, and I'll just read the euro price and then we'll look at the Australian pricing that I have put together as part of the Listening Mind, my program. So the entire course, which includes all the teachings plus the Saturday practices plus the big one, plus your access to the community and all the organisers' practices and the community itself, that is 1,040 euros. If you have done a full course before, a full year's course with Teach Away, not just a short month or 2, then you are entitled to the returning participants discount, so that's 690 euros. If you don't feel comfortable about that sum of money up front and you want to just try it out, you can experiment with just doing a month-by-month program. So you're welcome to pay 130 euros for a month, and you can experiment and try out February and see what you think. And you will have access to all the recordings for that month, and you have access to the Saturday sessions for that month that you've paid for, but you won't get the big one. So you can do month by month and just pay as you go if you want to just do 1 or 2 months in the year, or you want to just trial it. If you want to trial it and then come into the full program, that is something you will just need to communicate with me, and we will need to discuss. Then we'll take the 130 euros off the full price, and you can then just join into the whole program. So if you want to trial it and see how you go, otherwise you can just keep paying on a monthly basis. Let me know which month you're wanting to access, and we'll go from there. If you want to just do Teach Away's practice sessions, not any of the other sessions, but just on your Saturdays, you really want to just immerse yourself in some practices, then you can just pay for the practice sessions only. And that is 430 euros. And that will give you all year, when they're available, the sessions, and you can attend any of those. If you are interested in just doing the big one, if you would like to just go, yes, I want to just do the silent retreat, I'd like to have that opportunity, then you can pay for each silent retreat. So there's the 2 we mentioned, and it's 215 euros for each session. So you can pay for that separately, and there's no recordings from that because it's a silent retreat, but you can participate obviously with the community. So there's many wonderful options for having a go at experimenting with this work if you're new to it, or if you want to launch in and do the whole program. As the Australian coordinator, I put together a Australian pricing. You are more than welcome when you join up. You need to join through a coordinator, an organizer. So you just contact me. You are welcome to pay your euros. From Australia, we can only pay euros to Teach Away through, I use Wise. It's the easiest process. But if you want to do US dollars, if you can work that for yourself, depending upon where you're from, you're welcome to pay all that upfront to Teach Away, but you need to let me know what you've paid, and then I can work out your access to the different programs. Otherwise, what a lot of people find a lot easier is they pay me in Australian dollars, and then what I do is just join the whole thing together and then transfer through Wise. I can only transfer euros to Wise, so I've just done a euros conversion. The conversions are very challenging. Obviously, I'm sure you're all aware that the exchange rate just changes like every second. So we're at a particularly low rate now, so that's good. We'll just run with that. Maybe when I have to transfer it, it'll be higher. I don't know, but that's just the way it goes. So I just have to set it, and hopefully, I don't lose out too much in the process, but I think it works better. It's much easier for Australians to just put the money in as Australian, and then I can also manage who's paid what and when, keep a record of it, particularly for this course this year, because there's going to be a lot of people coming and going in different areas, and it's going to take a little bit of extra to keep track of everyone and where they're up to. So the Australian pricing, if you are interested, for the entire course is 1,870. So that's actually less than last year. So we're doing well with our exchange rate. It's February to November though. It doesn't go as long as last year. If you're a returning participant, that's 1,240 Australian. If you're wanting to do the 1 hour Saturday practice only, 775. If you're doing each month, it's $235 a month. If you want to do just a Biguan, it's $390 per Biguan. And then as an organizer, I like to offer opportunities for people who maybe have lower income or differing areas. Often people are on disability because of illness when they come to this work. So please do contact me to discuss payment options. Can negotiate a monthly payment option, which is different than your month-by-month study. But of course, you need to be committed to the whole course because I need to pay for you up front, and then you would just pay me back basically on a month-by-month basis. So I need to discuss that with you to make sure that you're reliable. Otherwise, I would have paid for your course. And then a senior or disability pensioner. If you have no extra income, I will can discuss a special discount that I can offer to assist you, hopefully, to attend. These teachings are very profound, very healing, very beautiful work. The more people that can do them, the better. But it doesn't suit everyone. But hopefully with a program like this, with the possibilities on offer of what you can do, it will hopefully accommodate quite a few people. So I look forward to hearing from you. If you would like to chat more, if you want to ask about your own personal, what you think might work for you, what way to go about it for you, or if you just want to enroll, then please do contact me, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much for your time, and I will look forward to hearing from you at some stage soon. Thank you. Bye.